Darrell Waltrip had hit a low point in his career in March of 1998. Without a sponsor, the team he owned was about to collapse. At the age of 51, DW's career was about to end. Yet suddenly, he was saved by an old rival. Darrell was picked up as a substitute driver for the newly formed DEI, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, while Steve Park recovered from injuries. In this edition of Racing Reference Stories, we are going to talk about Darrell Waltrip's time at DEI and how it revived his career and shaped the company. So let's get into it. Prior to the 98 season, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated had ran only 7 races in the Winston Cup Series. They ran 3 races in 1996 with Robbie Gordon and Jeff Green, but in 1997 they ran 4 with Steve Park. He was actually the first to run the 14 Burger King Chevy long before Tony Stewart. Dale Sr. was impressed with Steve Park's runs, and especially impressed with his performance in the Busch Series that season where he scored 3 wins and finished 3rd in the standings. Soon after, he would officially be tapped to drive full-time in the Winston Cup Series for DEI in 1998. With a new team, driver, and sponsor, the expectations for DEI was simply to go out and gain some cup-level experience. The Rookie of the Year award seemed to be in reach, but reality hit this team extremely hard to start the season. Ignition problems in the Daytona 500, a wreck at Rockingham, and failing to qualify for Las Vegas kept the team below the top 30 in points. If they thought it couldn't get any worse, they were wrong. During Atlanta practice, Park blew a tire and hit the wall nearly head-on. He was airlifted to the hospital with a broken right femur, a broken left shoulder blade, collarbone, and 2 broken front teeth. Needing a substitute driver, Dale Sr. quickly got Phil Parsons to drive the car. With no practice laps, Parsons failed to qualify. Soon after, Kevin LePage was offered to drive the 1 ride, but for some reason, LePage turned him down. At Darlington a week later, Ron Hornaday failed to qualify in the car. With their driver injured and the team failing to qualify for 3 races in a row, DEI was becoming a nightmare. At the same time, Darrell Waltrip's career was coming to an end because of money problems. Before 1998 started, Waltrip signed a new sponsor, Speedblock. It was a new company that had developed a method of quickly making concrete blocks, but instead they quickly stopped paying. After Darlington, Waltrip was completely out of money. The timing couldn't have been better for an unusual pairing. 10 years earlier, the thought of Darrell Waltrip driving for Dale Earnhardt was ludicrous, but in 1998, it made perfect sense. With a champion's provisional, Waltrip guaranteed the car would make the races. He'd also bring in years of experience to develop the young team that a rookie driver couldn't. He was quoted saying, "I'm so excited about the opportunity to drive the Pennzoil car. That's a sponsor that I talked to last year about sponsoring my team this year, but Dale just had a lot more to offer than I did, and now he has even more to offer." Darrell's tenure with the team began at Bristol, which resulted in a 23rd place finish. Unfortunately, the next 2 races would be disastrous.
And trouble here in turn 1. 4 cars go slamming to the wall, and 4 more pile up behind them, reminiscent of last year's lap 1 crash. Earnhardt's in it, Jeff Gordon's in it, lots of race cars.
Dale Earnhardt's car is out. Darrell Waltrip driving the Pennzoil car. What happened here?
I don't really know. I told the guys on the radio when we started the race there, I said, boy, that first turn looks slick. You could tell there'd been, some work going on down there. And I guess that's probably what started everything. I was behind Hud over here, and he checked up because he saw people wrecking, and I got into the back of him, and then others hit me after that.
The following week, he would finish 40th at Martinsville due to handling issues, but the worst was out of the way. For the rest of his time at DEI, DW only finished outside the top 20 once.
And finally, now they're beginning to get hungry everywhere, Bob.
Yeah, for the first 20 laps or so, everybody was relatively content to ride along for a while, but now they're getting really racy. Here's Waltrip again moving inside of Bobby Labonte.
Labonte moved on the outside, tried to pass DW down on the outside. That's about over 10 spots.
Now they're almost 14 seconds behind the leader, and their pit crew is keeping them abreast of where they are. Bobby got very loose there and had them evasive action, but they say, hey, the leaders are getting away, guys, you need to go. So he's really getting off the turn 2. He's trying, and Rusty just losing positions. DW picks up another position. Now he's trying to pick up another one, but going by Jeff Lodi.
Boy, this would put him in 5th place, and Waltrip doesn't.
Well,
not yet.
That's back off. Didn't have the line going in. Now he gets that acceleration, comes off the turn. He does take the position.
Darrell Waltrip scored DEI's first ever top 5 in the Winston Cup Series, finishing 5th at Fontana. A month and a half later, him and the team would reach another milestone. they would lead their first ever laps at Michigan.
Darrell Waltrip just about finishing his pit stop. Only 2 tires and the fuel. This should be a quickie, and he's out.
Playing for track position.
I think so. Yeah, I would say definitely they're playing for track position. Here's Darrell about to go a lap down in the 1 car.
Darrell took a gamble on the pit stop a while ago and only took on right side tires, and he's not handling like he was just before, but he's fighting back, trying to get back in the lead lap. Pulls along beside Jeff Gordon as they come off turn 4. Oh, I saw something flying up in the air on the back straightaway there. I don't know what that was, but it was a piece off one of the cars that was going right down the back straightaway.
Darrell Waltrip driving for injured Steve Park in Dale and Teresa Earnhardt's number 1. Fighting, trying to stay on the lead lap.
But caution is coming out.
Caution now coming out.
And what a break for Bobby Labonte and Jimmy Spencer. Now can Darrell Waltrip get back in the lead lap?
Boy, he's got to hurry. Has the leader taken the caution?
I don't know if the caution came out. I think it did. I think it came out after they had crossed the start-finish line.
Well, they don't think so, Ned. Here they come.
Yeah, that's what I say. After they crossed the start-finish line. So they're still racing back to the flag, and Jeff will let him go. He'll let him get back on the lead lap. And wonder, will he let Rusty Wallace? Now, that's an interesting situation.
No,
Here comes Waltrip, pounding toward the start-finish line. Yellow flag in the wind. Gordon looks low. Here comes Rusty. Waltrip prevails. Wallace does not.
Waltrip driving a Chevrolet. Wallace driving a Ford. Plus, last week, you know, there was a little altercation.
Inside the number 1 of Darrell Waltrip for second. 31st Winston Cup race that Darrell Waltrip has led in Michigan in his long and storied career, 26 years in Winston Cup racing, and he surrenders the lead to make his final pit stop of the day.
At this point, this was one of DW's best performances as he was able to come back a lap down, lead some of the race, and finish 12th. He would be doing a lot more leading the following week at Pocono. This 1998 Pocono run was by far one of the greatest and most emotional moments late in his career.
And the stops have been made, and that's right, folks. DW. No doubt grinning like a Cheshire cat. He's leading here at Pocono.
Great pit strategy. You got him out front. Regardless of what happens from here on, you've had a great day.
Oh, I mean, we have. This Pennzoil crew has been so awesome in the pits. The car they put together. DW's driving around out there like he's 25 years old. You know, we know there's some stout cars behind us, but we got a stout driver in that seat. So it's going to be an interesting 20 laps.
In my experience, guys, old age and treachery overcomes youth and inexperience every time.
13 laps to go when they come to the stripe. To settle the Pocono 500 live on TNN.
Darrell got a great start. Absolutely great start.
Entering the turn, you see a little higher than Mayfield, using a little bit more of that 14-degree banking, not much.
Wally Dolan back in the 50 there, just behind his teammate, Sterling Marlin in the 40 there.
That was one of the dark horses we talked about way back at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
John Edmond, he's in 8th spot. He's having a good afternoon for himself.
Jeremy Mayfield making, I'll tell you what, he's heating the water up right now for Waltrip. You can see him going through the flat corner there. Jeremy got a very fast car as he draws within inches as they head down the front straightaway.
For the lead at Pocono. And Jeremy is eyeing his first career win. Out comes Steve W.
Down behind him. Come on down.
Darrell covers the spot as you heard the spotter say, come on down. But at lap 179.
Exactly. You talked about Darrell Waltrip and Jeremy Mayfield both being from Owensboro, Kentucky. Jeremy Mayfield's hero was, in fact, Darrell Waltrip. He said he'd lay in bed at night and fantasize about passing Darrell Waltrip for his first victory. He also said that Darrell Waltrip made him realize that a guy could come from a small town and make it in big-time stock car racing.
And Owensboro, Kentucky may be a small town, but it is big in racing. No doubt about it.
It has to be in the water. Everybody races that's ever been born there, I think, because drivers, one after another, come right out of Owensboro.
And Darrell Waltrip, you didn't win the race, but boy, what a spectacular run.
Oh, we had a great day. The Pennzoil Chevrolet Monte Carlo. She was right. I'd tell you, gosh, darn it. Pretty exciting. And I praise the Lord for a good day. And I'm so close to winning. It's big. This is big.
Darrell, a lot of people left you for dead. Your career, you've shown them that you still have the fire.
They didn't put quite enough dirt on me. Kicked it off and crawled back out. I've been in holes before and crawling out of a pretty deep one right now, but damn, this is good.
Darrell, Jeremy.
I mean, darn, this is good. I didn't mean to say that.
Jeremy said that his fantasy, he lied in bed at night to win a race, was to pass you, also from Owensboro, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. What a kid. I mean, there he is. He's out there just doing his thing, you know, and I'm thinking the same thing. I'm saying, well, if one big old kid can do it, maybe another one can. And what a spectacular job. He's a champion. I love him to death, and I'm just so proud of him. And everybody from Owensboro, I'm sure, is too. I say hello to Mom and Dad and all the dads. Happy Father's Day. And daggone, I'm just so pleased. I just can't tell you. It brings tears to my eyes to be able to get back out there and compete like this. I never thought I'd see it. I thought I was done. But I'm doing pretty good right now.
Congratulations, Darrell. Pat Yoakum.
This entire deal was a tremendous feat for a team in their first year and a complete career revival for Darrell. While it was just a substitute role, DEI tried hard to keep Waltrip permanently in the one car and start a second team for Steve Park. Unfortunately, this wouldn't come to fruition. DEI's general manager Ty Norris was quoted in saying, "As much as we would like to, we just can't run two cars. It's just asking too much from a first-year team." After Darrell left, DEI wouldn't get another top 10 until June of 1999. Darrell Waltrip's 1998 stats with DEI are this. In 13 starts, he scored 0 wins, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s, and an average finish of 18.8. Waltrip was never able to get a car that strong again. After struggling in a new Travis Carter-owned team for 2 years, Darrell retired at the end of 2000. Darrell's time at DEI gave the team necessary guidance to grow. He stepped in at a low point for the team and gave it immediate success, and it also gave Darrell one last resurgence to prove he could drive no matter what age he was. And once again, that'll do it for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Black Flags Matter. Catch you next time.